What a week. Holy cow. The passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg was just absolutely devastating to America. She made some major contributions to society that I think everyone takes for advantage today. For example, like just for women to have open up credit cards and to have their own bank account, and just what everyone basically takes as normal behavior and what truly something American is. She was the forefront and major contributor for that, and she will truly be missed. Monday, what a day. A lot of major movement and the downtrend for the NASDAQ, not so much, but the Dow and S&P, absolutely. The Dow was down almost 2%, and the S&P was down just a little bit over 1%. President Trump looks like he's going to replace Ruth Ginsburg with Amy Barrett. Amy Barrett has been a favorite of religious conservatives, and she has voted for expanding national gun rights and enforcing and supporting the President Trump's immigration policy. Nikola founder Trevor Milton steps down from the company due to Bloomberg reporting that he may have exaggerated some of the features of the tractor-trailer system that Nikola was developing. Holy smokes. On gaming news, holy cow, I'm pretty excited about this. Microsoft is looking to buy ZeniMax Media, the owners of Bethesda. So they look like they're going to bring a bunch of games over to the actual Xbox platform, which is going to, according to the article that I read, is going to almost double the actual number of developers for the Xbox platform. Pretty amazing stuff. And I'm really kind of curious on how that will affect the exclusivity titles that the new Xbox platforms are going to sort of have in the future. At launch, there's not going to be any exclusive titles for any of the Xbox games, so I don't know how this will play out. Also, what's going to happen with the Sony games that are coming out of Bethesda? Are those in jeopardy? What about in the future? There's really no real firmness on what's actually going to happen, so time will tell. On Tuesday, the NASDAQ killed it by going up 1 3/4%. The S&P up about 1%, and the Dow was up about roughly about 0.5%. So not so bad compared to yesterday. The Fed wanted more stimulus. Thinks that the actual economy is going to take a lot longer to recover. It's not going to be over in a couple weeks or a couple months. It might take, who knows how long. But, more stimulus is clearly needed, and that was very clear. That will set the tone for tomorrow's numbers as well. Tesla's battery event was kind of boring. I mean, they talked about a car that's going to come in 3 years. That's going to be around $25K. That's pretty awesome. It might be fully autonomous. That's pretty amazing. But as of right now, I mean, they don't even have a Model 3 that's under 35, 37, something like that. So close. They're really close. But I think that $35,000 marker is not, it's not within reach. So hopefully, they'll make it. But, nothing really else really talked about. Nothing about some crazy battery technology that's going to last for, thousands of miles on a single charge and going to last for 100 years, something like that. So, oh well, we'll have to wait for the next one. On Wednesday, the markets got slammed. Holy cow. The NASDAQ was down almost 3%, or a little bit over 3%. The S&P was down 2.25%, a little bit more than 2.25%, and the Dow was just down almost 2%. So just crazy news. The Fed news from the day before just didn't help things, and the market just took it on the chin, unfortunately. But not everything was crazy on the downside for the market. Nike just destroyed it. The brick and mortar sales were not there, but Nike's ability to adapt and sell directly to consumers via apps and through other types of online storefronts really helped them achieve an unbelievable quarter. Great news, great news. JP Morgan to pay huge penalties. They were manipulating the market with the metals futures and treasuries by what they were trying to do. Basically, what they were doing was they were flooding the market with orders, and then at the very last moment, they would cancel those orders. But the other systems out there, they would actually see the actual initial orders, and so then they would start to react. And so again, market manipulation. That sucks for JP Morgan, but again, not cool, JP Morgan. On Thursday, everything was up just a little bit, not even 0.5% on all three indices. So not really, again, from yesterday's down huge day, except for Nike, obviously, the market was just still uneasy with, the lack of stimulus and, what's going to happen with the economy and everything else. So up, but not by much. On Thursday, Amazon had an unbelievable kind of event that showcased a lot of really cool projects. They had a drone that actually flies around your house as part of like a sort of like a security camera. Pretty insane. Then they also had sort of like a couple of new Echo speakers that had Alexa in them. That the new speakers or a new version of Alexa in these speakers will allow for them to understand when children are talking to them and adjust their content for that. That's pretty crazy. And but last but not least was the Luna platform for gaming, integration to Twitch. Being able to move from platform to platform, be able to play on your Fire stick, be able to play on your iPhone, be able to play on your console, and be able to have that controller move around on those different types of platforms for that. Not a lot of games for it yet, but you know what? Time will tell on what's going to happen with the actual content that's available to it, and who knows? It could be another winner for Amazon. I mean, they just keep on knocking them out of the park recently. A new relief bill is in the works. It's looks like it's going to be targeted for next week, which is pretty amazing. I guess the comments from the Fed just helped out with that motivation for Nancy and everyone else out there just trying to get a deal to get going. It looks like it's going to be around 2.2 trillion. So I don't really know exactly what that obviously is going to be in the actual deal. But that's again, any move in that direction is a great move. The housing numbers are insane, going up by a 14-year high or something like that. I mean, that is unbelievable. I mean, I'm here in Northern California, and there's all kinds of home sales going up. I mean, KB Home is building homes left and right here in this area, and there's just like this non-stop growth of homes, and I can see why. I mean, if those numbers are, 14-year high, that's crazy. Plus, also the very fact that everything is lower on the interest rate. Man, yeah, that's going to definitely help out people being able to get a lot of bang for their buck for that. It looks like it was going to be around, what did I say, 4.8%, roughly about roughly about 1 million units sold last month alone. Pretty crazy, awesome stuff. What a Friday to be ending the week with. I mean, unbelievable. Everything just shut up. The NASDAQ went up 2.25%. The S&P went up 1.6% roughly, and the Dow Jones went up 1 and a little bit over a quarter. So I mean, obviously with all the good news with the housing and the renewed talks with the stimulus, everything's looking pretty good for a great weekend. And then I think that this momentum is probably going to shoot up next week as well. So anyway. So global bike sales on a tear. They are just everywhere here in California, and Van Moof is really absolutely killing it. They were able to grow 220% global revenue during this lockdown, and they can scale their operations because they designed the entire bicycle in-house, and all the components are designed and developed in-house. So Van Moof was able to really just take advantage of it. And again, it looks like they were talking about, these are British pounds, but $34 billion industry by 2026. Insane. And it's only going to get better. And back to JP Morgan, they actually have a really interesting kind of index that they've been pushing recently called the Vol-Fefe Index. I got a link down below. Check it out. It's basically an index that correlates tweets from President Trump to how the actual market actually sort of reacts to it. And they've made some very interesting correlations based upon that. Some pretty cool stuff. Check it. And in the never-ending saga with TikTok, wow, all I gotta say is it just keeps on getting better and better. It looks like there's going to be some type of hearing at 9:30 Sunday morning, and this could actually delay the ban that's supposed to take effect, I think, around midnight that day. So we'll see. Really, TikTok is an amazing platform. I think that I would really be sad to see it go, and hopefully there will be some more clarification on what is actually going to happen with this platform, and what is the future in this country, in the United States, with TikTok. I hope it stays. And last but not least, on Monday we heard the horrible news about Nikola, and even with the positive news and everything else that's been happening with the stimulants and all that kind of stuff, Nikola not doing well at all, down 43% for the week. Holy cow! I guess fraud is not a good thing when you're a company. Who knew? And that's it for this week's news. The financial markets didn't really make any real movement, I guess. Where I think the S&P is down for now the 4th week in a row. But this week it was it's down, but not by much. The NASDAQ is looks like it's going to be ready to take off again. Who knows what next week will happen? What will happen next week? But time will tell. Anyways, you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday.